Hello. All right. Let me just do this. Maybe. Please. Thank you. That's not what I wanted. I'm just finding the link to share this on my personal page. So give me just a minute. There we go. There's that. Alrighty. That is posted. Alright. We here. We live. Doing it live. Alright. I am the Healing Oracle. Friendly reminder to take your meds and drink your water. Mine's right behind me. Yeah, it's been a while since I've been, going live. I'm just here to, do some readings, chat a bit. I got a request to chat about, breaking generational curses and, how parenting leads to trauma, which leads to kids that parent through trauma and, vicious cycle. So that's something I'm going to touch on today. Yeah, not much new going on here. If you're popping in, drop me a hello in the chat. If you would like a reading, I'm doing donation readings. I'm not gonna check if everybody donated. It's up to good faith. Let me know if you want a reading. But I'm gonna jump in and do a general reading just to get loosened up a bit. I'm going to do the Green Witch Oracle today. Not a deck that I usually pull out, but it's a fun one. Alright. Okay. I'm going to pull 4 cards. Okay. First one up, we got the onion. One of my favorite vegetables. For protection. I identify as a kitchen witch. My favorite thing is soup. Soup is really great for healing and protection, and I put onions in everything. So onions for protection. It looks like Aries is the planet, so that rules over onions. Imagine that being the ruler of onions. Next up, we have the pansy, which is attraction. Very nice. Then we have geranium for healing. And last but not least, we have lettuce for desire. Very neat. Now, I'm pulling out the book for these because this little book gives so much information about these elements. And it's just really good information to have, I feel like. Also, it gives a little, makes it a little happier. Oh, nice to hear from you, Maddie. Thanks. I love this deck. I've always wanted to draw and then get inspired with a picture, or or even if I just got all food, a recipe or something. Maybe in the future. But onion. So I'm gonna start. There's a protection spell here. That they say. Take a bowl of any edible food with onion in it and hold it above your head with your eyes closed. Visualize a bolt of red, powerful energy, followed by a white wave of light, empowering and then cleansing your food. Eat the food, and with each swallow, feel the protection of the onion filling you. Now, I know for those of you, who might not be too witchy. Sometimes this kind of stuff can feel a little hokey, but I promise you, it really empowers you. Whenever I make my soups, I also put bay leaves in them. Bay leaves are another great protection tool. Um, and I literally, I don't know, I believe it, and I envision the protection and everything. And so far, I mean, I'm here, right? um, so the oracle meanings with onions. Onions share ways to take responsibility and empower your own life. They indicate that you are on the right path, that you are protected, and that you have to keep going and not give up. Believe in yourself and listen to that inner voice. Your truth is the most important element right now. Take care that you do not take on things you really do not understand or that are not part of your personal journey. Very nice. Each one also comes with a little quote. This one says, "But always to her, red and green cabbages were to be jade and burgundy, chrysoprase and porphyry. Life has no weapons against a woman like that." That is a great quote. It's a testament to romanticizing the little things in your life. To her, red and green cabbages were to be jade and burgundy. So, this card in and of itself is just a really, really strong asset. A reminder to live authentically. And most of the time, living authentically means romanticizing the things that mean something to you. If it's enjoying a cup of coffee on a rainy Friday afternoon, or even just the 5 minutes in your car before you go to work. Um, let's see, taking a walk around the block. I know it's not a good thing to constantly think you're a main character in a movie, but that's kind of how I feel when I start to romanticize the little things. In the mornings, like a Sunday morning, if I can smell the coffee brewing. My partner just brewed the coffee. Maybe he's making some pancakes or something. Or even just waking up to a rainy day, listening to the rain pound on the roof. That's the word. Or on the windows. It can be really calming. So yeah, just a reminder to enjoy those little things, because it's those little things that really make life worthwhile, and fulfilling, at least to me. And I feel like when you take that power of romanticizing those little things and enjoying all of those little things, you really take some of your power back. And not only that, but through that power, like I believe protection comes through it, because you're protecting your mental space, your emotions, when you find joy and romanticize those little things. Yeah, I think that's my spiel on that one. Protection does come in the form of happiness, right? Joy. All right, next up, attraction. We got the pansy. 34. All right. This quote: "In gardens, beauty is a byproduct. The main business is sex and death." Pretty much. There's an attraction spell. Um, I want to put a little caveat here. I do not condone attraction spells to people. I don't condone it. Spells can be broken, and if an attraction spell or a love spell with a person is broken, then that just spells out hurt for everybody. Let's see, Maddie. Yes, 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 yes. Yeah, romanticizing the little things and mindfulness are like one and the same. Um, Definitely. Mindfulness is such a powerful tool, and I know you know. Um, yeah, just being able to be in the moment. Mindfulness is really hard, and being able to be in the moment really can protect yourself. Right on. I love that you drew that parallel, Maddie. Um, but the attraction spell. not with people. Just, can lead to heartache, and I'm not about that life. So, this says create a beautiful flower mandala to attract love and new good people. Gather an image of what it is you desire and as many fresh pansies and other flowers you can find. Create a beautiful mandala pattern using the flowers surrounding your image. Leave until it blows or weathers away, at which time you should attract what you desire. Cool. I like that. I feel like, because pansies, not everybody has pansies. You could replace some of this with spices and herbs that you have in your kitchen. For real. I'll have to do a little research and look up common things that people have in their kitchen. Because I know if I went out in my backyard, I'd find a lot of stuff, but pansies is not one of them. Um, but I do want to hammer home that with a spell like this, even putting anything natural in a mandala and having your intention be really strong, it'll work. For real. Don't think too hard. Whatever resonates with you, do it. For real. So the oracle meaning. Pansies indicate that people are being pulled into your life who align well with you. Romance may be on the agenda, but this energy also helps build community and friendship circles, possibly where learning takes place. It is time to step back a little and relax into what is happening naturally. Hesitation and overthinking could cause blockages, and watch out for personal deception and gossip. Alright. Yeah, this one I feel is pretty straightforward. You know, a lot of attraction in my experience comes from intention and, the frequency that you're vibrating at. And if you don't like that terminology, maybe just the habits, the way you live your life. My mom used to tell me something, you are what you attract, or you're a product of your surroundings, that kind of thinking. And I never really believed it. But as I have lived and gotten a little older, I can kind of see that. It's really easy for people to rub off on you. I don't care if you think you are, you got this wall up, it's impenetrable. Habits and stuff and mindsets, attitudes do rub off on you. So be careful that you're not, willingly attracting people or situations, things that are detrimental to your end goal. Not end goal, just goals in general. There is no end goal, right? Next up on the list is the geranium for healing. I love healing. Let's see, 37. This card might be a good segue into something I want to talk about today, but we'll see. Well, alright, I want to hold off on this one. I'm going to do lettuce first. Desire. 3. Okay. And I just noticed this. I love this. So it says COS lettuce. COS is, I just because lettuce, it's just a reason for something. I don't know. Makes me smile. Because lettuce. Alright. Love is the flower of life and blossoms unexpectedly and without law, and must be plucked where it is found and enjoyed for the brief hour of its duration. Hey, that quote goes back to the romanticizing things, If you find love, don't question it, And I don't mean if you find a romantic partner. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about little acts of love. Even if it's a flower that strikes your eye. Maybe don't pick it, but stop and admire it. Stop and love, So the oracle meaning, fulfillment in many areas of your life can be found by working a little more on your current relationships. Overcoming challenges is indicated, and new material gain and recovery are also shown. Let us help. I'm getting tripped up. Lettuce helps us get better physically and emotionally. It asks that you watch the way you are caring for yourself and to be careful about what it is you are focused on. Are your desires really serving your truth? I love this. Greens in general, like leafy greens, are so good for us. Um, I need to eat more leafy greens. Faux show. Um, let's see. Desire spell. It says, renew your skin and boost your desirability while bringing what you desire closer. Place together in a red bowl 2 tablespoons of finely shredded lettuce, a teaspoon of corn flour, a tablespoon of rolled oats, a tablespoon of dried milk, a tablespoon of fine powdered clay, and 1 drop of rose oil. Mix together while visualizing what it is you desire. Pat onto a clean face, leave for 30 minutes, then rinse off. Alright. I feel... Alright, I don't know about this. I just don't like the idea of feeling the shredded lettuce on my face. So something that jumps out to me is maybe something aloe based. Yeah. Yeah, but that's lettuce. Alright, now let's get on to this healing one. Gardening is cheaper than therapy, and you get tomatoes. That's awesome. While I never suggest gardening as a total replacement for therapy, I do believe that it's such a healthy hobby. Not only that, but bringing something to life is a fantastic feeling. Fantastic, for real. Tending to something, and especially tending to something that isn't that demanding. I know pets aren't for everybody, so if you're one of those people that gets really, overwhelmed with the idea of caring for a living being, try a plant, because it really does. The energy changes. Plants are just great. I never really thought of that. I didn't. My mom had some plants growing up, but she didn't have a really good green thumb, and ever since I got the house, I have plants. I don't want to say they're everywhere, but I have about like 5 or 6 plants that I love, and I love tending to them. 2 of my pothos plants are getting so many new leaves, and every time I go down there and see a new one, it brings me a little joy. Like, this plant gives me nothing but oxygen, but I'm so happy to see it thrive. I don't know. I don't think, I think that someone or everybody should experiment with a garden once in their life. It's such a good feeling. There's a healing spell here. Mix up crystal water remedy to promote healing. Place a few geranium flowers, a clear quartz, and a bloodstone crystal in a lovely jar, and fill with water. Sip is needed to promote healing on all levels. Keep refrigerated for 3 days. The crystals can be washed and reused. I've gotten this card on here before, and I don't condone putting crystals and stuff in water just because there can be like little microscopic holes and stuff in there, and who knows if you're getting that clean, who knows what's inside of there. So with this, I like to charge things just by, if you're charging with crystals, place the crystals around them, maybe in a window or something, either if you want to charge it by moon or sunlight, that's your choice. I'm just not a big fan of, ingesting anything that has been, like, in my crystals have been in it or something, That's just my thing. You do you. And if you don't have crystals, because I know not all of us are rock collectors, there are other things you can do. I don't know right off the top of my head for, like, it kind of depends on what kind of healing you want, But like I said before, magic is all about intent. Manifestation is all about intent. That's where it starts. So if you are in the need of healing and want to do a spell like this, find what resonates with you, what resonates healing to you. That's the important one. So oracle meaning, it is time to take everyone's opinion into account, and while you may need to make a compromise, there should be a good outcome. Geraniums indicate you need to take time out to care for yourself and connect more fully with your higher and lower self. Cooperation with others and creativity in groups are also needed, while intolerance and self indulgence are to be avoided. This card kind of hits the nail on the head with healing. It says, take opinions into account, but they're not the be all end all. When we need healing, odds are we're feeling a little down, a little lost, right? Excuse me, us to reach out for help. Creativity in groups. I know if I'm too depressed, I don't want to be around anybody. But if if you can catch me about to go there, and I'm like in a group and feeding off of that energy, I'm going to be so happy. I am a group person. I love being in groups when creativity is involved. Put me in a crowd, I'm going to run away. But when music is involved, when art's involved, I love creating together. And a lot of us do. We're social creatures. So if you are lost, if you've been lost for a while, if you've been stuck, seek a creative group, a creative outlet. If you're an author, a writing group, for real. And maybe not one on Facebook. Maybe create an in-person one or a smaller one, because if you're looking for Facebook groups, people are so judgmental in those. For real. I've seen great artists, great people be knocked down by the comment section. Okay? So, not that big of a group. Get together with a couple of friends and create a painting, write a poem or something, whatever you do. Play video games together. That's creating. It's creating fun. It's creating energy. And then also how it says indicate you need to take time out to care for yourself. That's all. That's what healing is taking time for yourself, productive time for yourself. Yeah, there are times to zone out, and just exist. But if you're actively looking to heal, odds are your time spent is not going to be that passive. Healing is not a passive act. Healing takes some time and work and energy, Healing is not smiles and butterflies and happiness. Healing is tears and anger. And reflecting on that anger, where it's coming from, and is it serving you anymore? Man, what a read. That healing card does. So, there's a post that I posted in the group. I'm going to pull it up so I can read it. Let me grab it. Yes. So, the post that I put up, it says, it's crazy to think that our parents are traumatized by parents who are also traumatized by their parents. And it just keeps going until someone decides to reevaluate and get help for the sake of healing their family lineage. That's the one. So, healing is so deep. Okay? This is, I'm just, I'm not really sure where to start, because this is a very loaded topic. Do I start with us here now? Healing? Do I talk about our grandparents going through what they went through? Okay, I'm going to get this out of the way. I have an unpopular opinion about trauma and pain generationally. I believe that our generation has to let go of a lot of pain that has happened to our previous generations. Be it, the Holocaust, be it slavery, be it further back and, talking about wounds and wars and tragedies that I don't even know about. There are all of these things um, that have happened across cultures since the dawning of time, you know, or maybe like since the rise of the Roman Empire. I don't know, uh, but it's very important for us to process our pain and for us to know where our pain is coming from. Um, but what's more important is that we don't dwell on it. And I can speak for myself on this only, but my ancestors, I think that's where they went wrong. They, instead of healing through their pain, they encountered it and they just stayed in it. Um, like, I don't know how personal I want to get. Um, I've definitely seen repetition in my own life and my own family. Like, my grandma, Bushi, I love you. Um, she married an alcoholic. Uh, he was a cop. He was also he quit the alcohol eventually and became a pastor or a deacon. Um, but there's that, and then I can see the parallel with my mom's life. Um, my mom married an uh, alcoholic who was in the Navy. Um, so I see the parallel there, and that indicates to me that there was a wound, probably a deep generational wound that was not healed. Um, I can't speak any further back before that because I don't know. Um, but and I know my aunt had some issues. There's other members of my family that had/have issues regarding alcoholism, addiction in general. Um, so this goes back to the reading that I did as well. Um, you are what you attract, or you're a product of your environment. I I believe that because I see so many families that have been bonded through trauma that just keeps happening. And I feel like I'm rambling a little bit right now, but I promise I'm getting to a point. Um, so with all of this past trauma, generations and generations, let's think of this, and I'm going to pull from Carolyn Mace. I've heard her name pronounced different ways. Um, Talking about a tribal thought process, a tribal thought pattern. Um, you know, our tribal thought pattern is from our ancestors, directly from our ancestors. Um, probably what your mom taught you, because they learned it from their tribe and so on and so forth. Like, you can go back from the dawning of time and, think tribal thinking. But I believe I'm here to break a lot of that tribal thinking, because my tribe has been hurt a lot, and it's their thinking through trauma. And that's where we are today. A lot of us, especially I associate a lot of people in my same generation. So I see a lot of people in my generation struggling with trauma from their parents, gaslighting, actual physical trauma, growing up with parents that are addicted to whatever, what have you. It doesn't even have to be a substance. It can be power. Parents that are addicted to power because they're so insecure that to let any of that go would just crack their thinking. Um, and where was I going with that? It's our job to break that, for real. I firmly believe that if we don't do the work to break that, the world is not going to see a better place. Um, I've seen so many parents doing it, breaking it. It's so great. Um, Man, I got some really good parents on my Facebook, and it warms my heart every time. And I let them know every time I see it that you are rocking it, you're doing good. Um, you know, but that's generational trauma is a big problem, and it's one that we need to break. Um, we need to analyze, how did our parents hurt us, and if we have the ability to analyze why our parents did that, is, what did their parents do to them, if we're able, if we have enough information, um, what did their parents do to them, and how did that morph, how you know relating it to each other. you know we're all related, so how can our traumas relate to each other, and what can we learn from those past traumas to break the trauma patterns in our life. And sometimes that means not having kids. That's another thing people don't want to hear. Sometimes breaking the generational curse means not having children. I am a firm believer that's my spot. Um, you know, yeah. If anyone has any questions about this generational trauma, please ask me, because I want to gain more understanding. I don't know everything about it. I just know it from my own personal lens and how I've tried to heal my own. Um, and in short, how I've tried to heal my own is just being my own person, having my own head on my shoulders. Um, you know, every once in a while, my mom's voice will be in my ear telling me something, like doing this. Like, I can hear her saying, "You think you know everything, don't you? Get out of here with that. Get that negativity out of here. That is a past trauma that I don't need to carry anymore." You know, we we need to let these things go, and it's really hard to let these things go. But it's mandatory, I think. Um, Another key tool is forgiveness. I know people are not. This is not a popular opinion. I believe that you should forgive everyone who has done you wrong. Not for them. You don't even have to tell them that you forgive them. For yourself. And in the same breath, forgive yourself, for letting anything happen. Um, Forgive, if we're talking about generational curses, if we're talking about generational trauma that truly, I mean, truly transcends many generations. I'm not even talking about your mom and your grandmama. I'm talking about like 200 years ago, you know. Um, if you really want to heal those, forgiveness is your key. Um, People don't want to hear it. I've been judged and yelled at and laughed at for it. But I can tell you that I am healing my generational curses through forgiveness. I have forgiven so many people who have done me wrong, and it has freed up so much space in my heart for love. And that's the key. Love is the key to everything, through forgiveness, um, through that understanding of the generational curses. It will really breed love within yourself. And you can spread that love anywhere you want, which hopefully will help someone else break their generational curses, right? Uh, yeah. I'm going to take a break here, and I'm going to pull a couple cards for, for whatever. Um, let's go to, my Ride or Die, the Cosmic Dancer Oracle deck. Here we go. Sedona Soulfire and Tess Whitehurst. Oh, if anyone ever wants to talk to me one-on-one about trauma, generational trauma specifically, please feel free to reach out. I will talk about it for real. And if you don't feel comfortable on a live video, just message me. Okay. Got a new card. I've never gotten this card before. Well, this one I've gotten. I got Take the Lead. Then I got Slow Down. Look at that. Good boy. That's Snail. So, this reading to me, right here, Take the Lead and Slow Down, so self-explanatory to me. So when we take the lead, take charge of our life, of a job, of whatever, we expect change to happen like that, don't we? If we make a decision to, I don't know, make healthy choices, we make the decision to start going to the gym. After that third gym visit, you look in the mirror and you're like looking like, what? Why does nothing look different? It's because change doesn't happen overnight. Physically or mentally. It just doesn't. And that's what slow down is really, really hammering home. You know, stop and smell the roses. It goes right back to that romanticizing the little things that I drew earlier. Slowing down. We all need to slow down. For real. Especially in your job. If people are trying to rush you in your job, like, don't let them. We all need to learn patience. We all need to learn that life does not move at light speed. It does not. Yeah, that's a big one. This is such a pretty card. She's meditating on the back of a snail. She's got a little umbrella. I think they're on a planet, which is interesting. Really brings to me. It strikes a visualization like she's a deity of some sort. She is in the planets. She is the cosmos, and she's going slow. She's meditating. She is taking time with herself. That's it. She's taking time. Slow down. Like it says, the card says itself. I'm gonna read the book from this since I've never gotten it before. But yeah, slow down. I remember, let me tell a story before I read the book. I used to work for a medical equipment company, and I had this one client that there was some issues. I had to email him with his doctor wasn't signing a thing, and it was going back and forth. Anyway, I sent the email. I made a typo. I made a typo in this email. Can you believe it? A typo. A human made a mistake. And it wasn't like I misspelled a word. It was like the red line didn't pop up because it was just a different number. I think it was a number. Anyway, this man called me, and it wasn't yelling at me, but you know how like older people, I'm saying older people as a generalization because they're the ones that usually do it. They think they know so much better than you. They think they could do it better, whatever. He said, like, everyone in the medical field needs to slow down. I was like, in the back of my head, I was like, yeah, I wish I could. Why couldn't I? Tell me, why couldn't I slow down? When in the back of my head, I thought, I can't slow down. I gotta keep going. I gotta keep going. Fast. We gotta get this done. When the workload never ends, no matter how fast you move. Like, and that's the same about everyday life. No matter how fast you move, the work's gonna be there. The hurt's gonna be there. Everything's gonna be there. I would like to say the faster you move, the more hurt is gonna be there. Because you're trying to run past it, and you're not gonna, you're not seeing it. So, we gotta slow down. For real. I'm gonna read this. Hey, Bonesy boy. Alright. And then I think after after this, I think I'm going to call it. Possibly. Let's see. Do 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 do. Okay. So slow down. Adopt a slower pace and be open to the receptive realm of beauty and magic. The fulfillment you seek through external striving is waiting to be discovered within, where your heart's wisdom and divine connection await. Approaching life in a less hurried manner allows you to enjoy your everyday moments more fully, connect with your loved ones more deeply, and express your unique genius with greater mastery and style. It also prevents burnout and exhaustion. In physical disciplines such as yoga and dance, rushing through your moves diminishes the power of your practice. Adopting a more leisurely tempo in every part of your life will amplify your energy, clarity, and effectiveness. Your diligence can serve as a sturdy anchor in the tumultuous tides of life. The time is right to mitigate potential sloppiness, excess, or fatigue by distributing your effort in a clean, clear, deliberate, and precise way. That just struck me. Like a manager who's good at delegating, we have to do that to ourselves with our energy. Like, for real. Remember that life is what you do every second of every day. It is not a race to something else. Release attachment to the end goal. And I said that earlier. I'm just struck. I said that there is no end goal. I'm just, whatever. I'm just struck by little things like that. Alright, release attachment to the end goal and find present moment joy in every project or undertaking that comes your way. Whether you're rehearsing on stage, performing on the stage, or sweeping the stage. Going slowly will ensure that you build a solid foundation for all that you want to create and manifest. Just as learning to play a new musical instrument requires painstaking and methodical steps, you must take the necessary time to internalize all that you learn along the way. Once you achieve ground level proficiency, your efforts will naturally gain in speed and complexity. Why push yourself beyond your capacity when you can open to the central realm of relaxed enjoyment and ease? Relax, dear one, and be at home in the world. You have no competition, for there is no other like you. Therefore, your dance of destiny is unique, and your gifts are things that only you can share. Give yourself plenty of time to perfect and polish your offerings, expand into a sense of abiding calm, and enjoy every single step along the way. Bring this wisdom into your body by coming into a comfortable seated position with a relaxed and straight spine. Rest your hands on your knees with palms up. Lightly touch the index finger and thumb of each hand. Become aware of the subtle connectivity between these fingertips. Inhale and imagine energy flowing down the central channel of your body to your root chakra, the place where your tailbone rests upon the earth, cushion, or chair. As you exhale, imagine sending energy back up through your spinal column and out through the crown of your head. Continue visualizing energy moving down as you inhale, then up and out as you exhale. Release mental chatter. Get out of your head and into your body. Release attachment to outcome and step into a soft, open state of enjoyable exploration. How beautiful was that? For real. How beautiful. This card says everything that I've been trying to do recently. Slow down, enjoy the little things, and don't rush the process. For real. While I was reading this, I was toying with the idea of doing a little meditation here, and as I got to the bottom of that, and how there was like a little meditation thing there, I've decided I'm going to do it. So I'm going to follow suit with the card. I got my feet flat on the floor, and I'm in my computer chair. You don't have to like sit on the floor. You don't have to, you don't have to be in any special position to meditate or do any of that. So I'm going to close my eyes, and I'm going to breathe deep through my nose and out through my mouth. I'm engaging my stomach. because you don't want tension up here, you know. You want to utilize your whole set of lungs. And as I'm taking these breaths, I'm imagining as I breathe in, I'm breathing in the light from around me, clean air, and as I breathe out, I'm breathing out all of that stagnant air, that stagnant energy. And when I breathe out, I'm engaging my core and kind of pushing that last bit of air out. When I breathe in, I'm imagining that energy going through my mouth, right down to my root, and back up through my crown. I'm not thinking about anything in particular. I'll take that back. I'm imagining. I'm not thinking, I'm visualizing my energy. I'm visualizing it going from here all the way down. You know, stay here until you can easily visualize that energy going through your lungs all the way down to your stomach, to your root, to your feet, everywhere throughout your body. And if there's a spot in your body that you feel that energy can't go through, spend some time there. Maybe put your hands on it, you know. I have trouble around my stomach. I find my stomach getting really tense when I try to breathe. So I just like to settle into that, you know, focus my energy there. And it makes it a little easier. This moment is simply for slowing down, simply for existing, simply for mindfulness. You know, maybe feel the carpet or the floor on your feet. If you decide to do something like this outside, you know, feel the breeze on your skin. Something I also like to do is I like to raise my arms up. I'm big on gratitude, and this just gives me a moment of energetic gratitude. I'm not using my words, but my body language says it all. And now as I breathe, I'm imagining my energy going through my arms, through my hands. So I'm giving it to, you know, giving my energy to the world so it can come back to me. Maybe sit up nice and straight. Extend your arms like this. You don't have to, this just feels good for me. Palms together, I really like completing that circuit. And on that exhale, I'm going to bring my arms back down to come palms up, back on my knees. only thinking about my breathing, about my energy, while we're here, what does your aura look like to you? When you're imagining that energy coming in, and lighting up each of your chakra points, does it have a color? Mine tends to be a nice bright gold, a goldish yellow. And when I'm breathing out that excess stagnant energy, it's almost a black. Breathing out. Breathing out through your mouth doesn't feel comfortable. You can breathe out through your nose. It's everything that feels comfortable to you. When I feel myself starting to get really buzzy in my head, like I'm having trouble anchoring myself to something, I really come and just sit here like this and just focus on my breath and my energy. I toss the earthly worries, the earthly things to the side and focus solely on my breath. I feel that when I'm doing it right, my hands start to tingle. Maybe my lips even. Another thing I invite you to do is experiment with your breath. If you feel some anger inside of you, if you've got some of that negative energy, make your breath a little more forceful. Don't be afraid to really push it out. Almost make it audible. I'm just going to take a few more breaths. All right. Open my eyes and come back. I know that's not the most exciting thing to watch, but I wanted to show you that meditating doesn't have to, or meditating, or even yoga, I would consider this yoga. It doesn't have to be grandiose. It can literally just be 5 to 10 minutes of you sitting here and focused on your breath and your energy and where you're placing it. Another thing I like to do when I'm there, I focused a lot on talking about the energy coming in and stagnant coming out. I like to visualize my energy field. It's the 6 to 8 feet, like, around you roughly. So really like my entire room. I like to envision picking out those negative things in my space. Purely from an energy standpoint. I know that imagery doesn't work for everybody, so in my next video I'll explore some more, more concrete visualizations. I have a guided meditation I'm working on. If you're interested in me doing more guided meditations or something like this, let me know. I will gladly do that. Yeah. So with that, it's been almost an hour. I'm gonna pop off right before, or right after I draw one of these. Believe in your own magic. I'm gonna leave this on a really positive note. We're gonna take back our own power. Oh, excuse me. Guess the energy's moving, right? Okay. Oh, this one. I like this one. This one is called Bitch Fire. Stand up for yourself. This deck has really short and sweet explanations. It's number 16. If you are someone that would love an Oracle deck just as a little pick-me-up, I highly recommend this Believe in Your Own Magic deck. Big time. So this is Bitchfire. Stand up for yourself. There's no better way to say it. Someone in your life is trying to burn you at the stake. Maybe you didn't give them something they wanted, or you didn't let them get away with their bad behavior. Either way, they're trying to ruin your reputation. Rest assured, your reputation will stay intact. Silence can be effective, but this is not that kind of situation. Get loud and let them have a taste of your bitch fire. I love that. Speak your truth. If someone did you wrong, speak your truth. You know, if you feel that you need to put it out there, you know, this is bitch fire. Stand up for yourself. You know, don't let people walk all over you. You don't deserve that. Nobody does. All right. So with that, I'm popping off. I am still doing donation-based readings, so if you would like, message me. I'll do an inbox reading for you. Totally donation-based. Yeah. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I hope, you know, if you're in my area, that you enjoy the rest of this rainy Friday, and that your basements don't flood too much, because that's been a big issue around here. So, abundance and blessings to all of you. My love. May peace find you today. Love you guys. Bye.